The January transfer window is here and we have put our heads together at Full Time Devils to come up with the 10 names that we might see some of these signed for Manchester United. We're not going to sign 10 players, are we? But you're going to see all of these names linked to Manchester United and some of these could be big for us. I'm Stephen Howson, this is Full Time Devils. Let's get stuck into it. In at number 10, Antoine Griezmann. This was a player that was heavily linked with Manchester United in the summer prior to Atletico Madrid getting that transfer ban, and I think it was this close to happening. Unfortunately, this is the kind of player that Manchester United really need. He's not been in blistering form with Atletico Madrid this season, but he's a player that would absolutely transform the way Manchester United play and the way Manchester United are perceived. Is it likely to happen? I'm going to say it's more on the not really likely to happen. I think he's probably going to be going to Barcelona, but if there was any chance that we could get him in January, I would love to see it happen. Number 9 is Lorenzo Pellegrino. Now, this is a young man that's not probably going to be the first choice if we signed him. He's currently not the first choice at Roma. They play a midfield three and he's the fourth choice, so he's the guy that's coming off the bench or playing when they need a rotation. I actually could see him fulfilling this role for Manchester United. This is a player that's got an excellent pass on him. He's very comfortable in possession, but he's also quite defensive as well. So this is the sort of player that I really think would complement what we've already got in the squad without coming in and taking anybody's place. Keep an eye on this lad. He's destined for big things. I'd love that to be at Manchester United. Player of the Year when Leicester won the title a couple of seasons ago, fully expected by everybody to be leaving Leicester, somehow still there. I think he's going to be on the move this January and I would love Manchester United to be the place where he ends up because, let's face it, there's a bit of an imbalance to our attack and that right-hand side is crying out for someone who's got a bit of pace about him, who's got a cross about him, a little bit of creativity, a little bit of ingenuity in that final third. Riyad Mahrez fits the bill. I think he's going to be leaving and why not get him if he's available? Please, come on, Jose Mourinho, deliver him to us. Number 7 actually wears number 7, and that is Malcuit, which is not the most Brazilian name you've ever heard of, but he is a Brazilian and he plays for Bordeaux and he's got a handful of goals, he's got a handful of assists and he's absolutely tearing up League One at the moment. Now, this is a player that's probably a little bit more for the future, a little bit in the mould of Anthony Martial, but a player that Manchester United definitely needs to be keeping an eye on and one that we are being heavily linked with. Is he someone that's going to come in and start straight away? I don't know. I would say probably not, but looking at how Martial's playing, how Rashford's playing at the moment, who knows, he could do, so keep an eye on this one. This might be one that actually comes off. Number 6, Sandro. Now, World Cup year, and we'll get to this in the outs video, which you can tune into very soon. World Cup year is going to be very pertinent for a lot of players wanting to move for their career so they can feature in a World Cup. World Cup doesn't come around often enough in a player's career. That is a massive factor in why some players like to move. Now, it's not all roses for Sandro at Juventus. He's going up against Asamoah, who's also competing for his spot. He's not really nailed down that first position for him, so I think this is a player that might be looking to move. United's left-back problems are well known by everybody, and if there's a player that's available that we can get, he's a massive improvement on what we've currently got. In at number 5, now this is a Jose Mourinho signing if I've ever seen one. Another Serbian, he's 6'4", I don't know if he's hard as I don't know if he'd murder you, but he's 6'4", Lazio central midfielder, a lad that's scoring a lot of goals for a Lazio team as well. This is a player that would definitely come in and improve Manchester United. Now, I don't know how much he knows about Matic, if they've played together at international level. That would be an interesting dynamic if he was signed. This is another player that could come in and help Manchester United play that midfield three that I want to see us play. I don't know about you guys, but this is a player that I think will definitely be starting for Manchester United if we signed him. And let's face it, Jose loves an absolute monster in midfield. This guy fits that bill. Number 4, Gareth Bale. Now, this is like a lot of the players on this list. It's a player that's constantly linked with Manchester United. But because he's at Real Madrid, that is a club that loves to sell some of their star players because they have a massively high turnover of their stars. Gareth Bale is a player that definitely could leave. Would he leave in January? Well, he'd be cup-tied, wouldn't he, for Real Madrid? So it's probably not the sort of signing that Jose Mourinho wants, especially as you think that we're probably going to be concentrating on the Champions League after Christmas. Is this a sort of player that's going to come in and help us win the league this season? I think we're probably a little bit far off that, but is he a player that can come in and improve what we've got as a team? Absolutely. Gareth Bale on his day is absolutely devastating going forward. It's just that question mark that we've got about his injuries. He's on the list because we're going to get linked with him and I'd love to see it happen. I just don't know if we will. Number 3, Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. Now, this is a player that has been absolutely lighting up the Bundesliga, a very young striker, one of the top scorers under 23 in the world last season. It's a player that everybody's going to be looking at, and he's going to make a big move sooner or later. Could that be to Manchester United? Could we see Manchester United go with a 2 up front and have him brought into some sort of rotation with Rashford and Martial as well as Lukaku? That's a devastating attack if Manchester United was going to do that. Are we going to do that? I don't know. He's on the list because you're going to see him getting linked to everywhere, and he even came out in a little article and said he dreams of playing for Manchester United. So for that reason alone, he's on the list. Number 2, Mesut Ozil. Now, my personal feelings on this aside, I'm not sure he's a massive upgrade on what we've got, but we are absolutely being linked with him. He's worked with Jose Mourinho before. It looks like Henrik Mkhitaryan might be getting pushed out the door. More on that one in the next video, which you definitely need to be checking out. It seems like Ozil to Manchester United is an all but done deal. We've got all of January to see whether Jose can get this done, and if we don't get it done in January, the guy's on a free in the summer, so I expect it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Number 1 on our list, a player that we are pretty much certain that Manchester United are going to go for, whether we get him or not. I think we're going to go for him, and that is Danny Rose of Tottenham. Seemingly a player that does not want to be at Tottenham any longer. He's a player that fits the bill for Jose Mourinho. He fits the bill for a position that Manchester United are definitely looking for. And do you know what? I think this has got a very, very real chance of happening in January, if not in the summer, and that probably means curtains for 1 or 2 players at Manchester United. Right, those are the 10 that we think Manchester United are probably going to be linked with and might even sign this window. Let us know in the comments who you think Manchester United are going to sign, who have we missed off the list, and who do you really, really want to make a difference to United's season this January. See you later.